post every week, or at least we try to. Here at the Jerry Crew, we love Harry Potter. We met at Disney World, but then we also went to Universal and stuff because we're all huge Potterheads. I'm a Slytherin, Kate's Gryffindor. You can imagine how chaotic we are, and we love anything having to do with like Harry Potter comedy. Like a Harry Potter musical is great. I would love to play Draco Malfoy from a Harry Potter musical. Like, that's my dream role. There's only so much we can take. We watch the movies, we watch them, and we enjoy them. And I've read the books. I don't think Kate's read the books. I haven't. I don't fucking read. I'm a Gryffindor. The person that you should look up to is actually a orphan-hating dingus. Yes, we're talking about Albus Dumbledore. He's problematic. We realized this, I mean, and I'm sure the whole fandom realized this, in that one scene in Goblet of Fire.
Harry! I protest! Harry, you put your name in a Goblet of Fire.
That's when we knew that everything was wrong. At least for me, that was when my like sixth sense kicked in and I was like, there's something wrong with this man. I realized that Albus Dumbledore is a frickin' cult leader. Well, so are we. But like, we're co-cult leaders of the Spideras cult. Well, it takes one to know one. Albus Dumbledore is a cult leader. Literally, Albus Dumbledore leads by blind trust. He doesn't tell Harry anything about himself, but yet expects Harry to do all this crazy shit for him. Or everybody just trusts that Albus Dumbledore knows what the heck he's doing. Because people think that old men are trustworthy. I mean, look at our world. Look at our nation. Old men are not trustworthy. No, they're old. That's it. That's why you can't trust them! Of course, Albus Dumbledore just tries to hide the fact that he was like a pureblood supremacist back in the day. Albus Dumbledore knew from the beginning of when like Harry was like, you know, a baby, that Harry would eventually have to die. He hates orphans. He just hates orphans. He hates orphans and children. From the time Harry was like 11 and like cultivated this like father-son relationship with Harry, he knew the entire time that he was going to mentally manipulate Harry to be basically a lamb for slaughter. When you think of it that way, it seems pretty disgusting. Actually, Snape points this out too. Snape was like, you've been raising him like a pig for slaughter, like what is wrong with you? And I'm like, Snape, you have your own issues, but like you write about this. Dumbledore is not a good person. He's not a good person. Here's something I want to address as, you know, who I am. Gryffindors are actually dicks. And people think that Slytherins are evil. They really aren't. But like, here's the thing. Like, J.K. Rowling likes to fucking pump them up and just be like, oh man, Gryffindors, they're the good guys, and Slytherins are the bad guys, and you're gay, and this person's gay, and this person's gay, no trans people, but you're also, you the reader are gay, and Hermione's black, and Dumbledore and Grindelwald are fucking... I remember somebody asked her about if there was a Jewish student at like at Hogwarts. They just said there was one, and there's just one. His last name was Goldstein. And then let's talk about Cho Chang. Cho effing Chang. Oh, she's racist as shit. Anthony Goldstein was the one Jewish character. He doesn't even. That's like she literally pulled that name out of her ass. Put it on Twitter. What role does he have? He has none. He has no. We only found out that he existed because Twitter. That was Twitter ass. She was just like, yes, Anthony Goldstein. Gotta find a Jewish name quick. She should have named him like Bar Mitzvah or something. I don't know. She's pretty stupid. J.K. Rowling stans Dumbledore. She loves Dumbledore. I have known several Gryffindors. I can't stand them. I'm sorry. I might be one, but I'm sorry. I can't fucking stand you guys. Slytherins are the fucking best. They got evil people in them, but so does Gryffindor. Gryffindors are fucking jackasses, okay? Have you met me? Have you watched these videos? I'm always being a dick. Like, getting back to that, like, quite frankly, I believe that Dumbledore, just because he's an old Gryffindor man, does not mean that he can be trusted. Because he hates orphans, and he will kill your parents. Dumbledore was in charge of protecting the Potters. Like, he was in charge, which, protecting the Potters! Which, 2 of them are dead! It's like, technically Wormtail betrayed, you know, Harry, and that's why, I know. Here's some real tea, like, Wormtail freaks me out more than Voldemort does. I think it's because I've been around grimy men too much. I mean, I guess it's not every day you see a noseless man, but you see grimy men like Wormtail every day. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Dumbledore didn't just victimize Harry.
Regina George.
And Regina George. He
No,
probably...
no. He was victimized by Regina George.
Dumbledore...
Is it Dumbledore?
Dumbledore set this entire plot in motion. Dumbledore literally made Voldemort. Dumbledore was the one who came to like the orphanage and like told Tom Riddle that he was a wizard and stuff. Dumbledore saw that this child clearly had issues, clearly like was stealing stuff from other kids and like, you know, was like showing like signs of a kid that's having a hard time.
Kids have problems because of the situation that they're put in, and they can be saved.
He was literally only 11. His mind was still formative. Here's my theory. I think that Dumbledore did that because he wanted Voldemort to become a villain so that everyone would forget about the fact that he used to be a pure-blood supremacist himself.
Oh!
The way he formed Harry to be the hero, he formed Voldemort to be the villain. That's what he's so evil. He's literally like the chess master of this entire thing is frickin' Dumbledore. Because if he was like a good person, he would have, I don't know, helped Tom out. Not to mention the fact that this was all going on during World War II in England.
He had no sympathy for the fact that Voldemort was an orphan in an abusive orphanage filled with Nazis.
He was hearing sirens like this all the time.
He wouldn't have had to be in that situation, and he even asked, he's just like, please, can I fucking, like, for the summer, like, come and just live here so that I'm not alone in this abusive palooza of a place? I'm imagining what that conversation would have looked like. I'm Dumbledore now. Huh. Fucking vermin. What do you want, no-nose?
My nose isn't even gone yet, sir.
Oh. Oh, right.
Please, sir, I know that you're a busy man, but...
Hey, Tom Riddle. Riddle me this. How is it that you need something from me on my designated spa day?
Sir, I understand, but I just cannot go back to the orphanage. There's Nazis. The place is overrun by Nazis all day, every day.
It's a party every week, baby.
Psh, Nazis don't even exist yet.
Yes, they do. It's roughly 1940 right now.
Stop correcting me on spa day, boy. This is abuse, and I will not stand for it.
They abuse me every day at the orphanage, sir. I know abuse, and this isn't it.
Wow. Maybe you should have thought about that before being an orphan.
Sir, I do not want to go back to the orphanage. I would like to stay here over the summer.
I want to live in Hawaii this summer, but we can't all have nice things. The world is a cruel place.
So you're saying I can't live here even though my life is in danger at the orphanage?
I didn't say that. But you did! And that's all I need to have a clear conscience. Be gone!
I'm evil now. Dumbledore, he's not a virtuous person.
No.
He is a cult leader that he's manipulated everyone within the story and the readers to believe that he is the ultimate embodiment of goodness, when he was literally the one that masterminded the entire scenario.
I thought you were gonna say he masturbated.
I mean, he probably did
like
that
something
too.
like involving Voldemort, and I was gonna be like, man, no wonder he has problems.
Literally, Dumbledore made the entire plot of Harry Potter happen so that he could die being remembered as a hero instead of a wizard Nazi. And that's some Gryffindor shit. Gryffindors, their big thing is that they always want to be seen as righteous, even when they're not. I mean, that explains a lot of things about JK, but...
She's very righteous. She's very insistent that I'm gay. Now, granted, like, at the same time, like, what the fuck? Who are you to tell me I'm gay? Shouldn't I be able to figure that out for myself? A lot of people, they go through, like, times where they're just figuring out their own sexuality. I was having a hard time, right? I was coming to terms with my sexuality. I was coming to terms with the fact that I wasn't straight and it was scaring me. I go on Twitter and I see that she private messaged me. I don't even have a Twitter, but I went on Twitter and she private messaged me on the Twitter that I don't have. She was just like, "Hey, you're gay." I wasn't ready to be told that. Also, I'm only half gay, so she was half wrong.
But yeah, basically Dumbledore is a problematic cult leader and we need to stop standing him. We need to kind of...
Well, I wasn't standing him in the first place.
That he's literally ruined lives. Not only the lives of the Potters and countless other people who died in the Wizarding Ward, but also the life of Tom Riddle.
Wizarding Ward. It is a ward when you think about it.
It is a ward! And he's the warden! He even ruined Voldemort's life when you think about it. If he would have shown Voldemort some, like, I don't know, compassion and maybe gotten him the help that he needed, and maybe showed him what love was instead of just yelling at this poor kid and being like, you don't know what love is.
Well, considering apparently, according to J.K. Rowling, that Dumbledore's gay, well, maybe he could have showed him some love.
I mean,
I'm talking about sticking his...
Anyway, if you like what you saw, please click like and subscribe.
Subscribe to see more of whatever the heck this was.
If you have any other Harry Potter topics that you would like us to talk about, please leave them in the comment section below, because we'd love to keep making Harry Potter commentary, comedy stuff, so...
Yes.
Bye!
Bye!